contest, and I think that spelled the difference.
I think he was a little bit surprised at the strength of Bob Armstrong, too. He couldn't manhandle Armstrong the way he has other wrestlers here in the southeastern area.
Armstrong, a well-developed man himself. Conditioning is a major part of his offensive weapons. And, of course, Bob has that speed, and he has it to burn. And when, in that respect, the extra 80 or 90 pounds that he was spotting the big man was used against him, opposed to being his advantage.
Right there, when Bob windmilled that arm, I think he kind of caught the Hulk by surprise.
Yes, he did. Nolan here on offense, driving Armstrong into that turnbuckle. And the big man was tough. He was very cautious of Armstrong. In the opening minutes of this match, we see him here finally opening up and looking like he's in a position to put Bob away, but Bob is still in the ballgame.
You know, you can never get Bob in position for that golden squeeze that he is noted for. And I think this kind of messed up his game plan, so to speak.
Well, it's certainly a devastating hold, and the fact that Armstrong was able to stay away from it, I think, again, adds to the fact that he is now the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. I want to mention that Bob was unable to be with us today, but he is definitely back in a big way, as you're going to see on this film, when he leaves that ring with that Southeastern Heavyweight belt.
Well, Bob is a bona fide champion, Les, and when he came in there, he had one thing in mind, that was to take that championship of the Hulk, and he did that.
I think this man personifies top wrestling talent that we've seen in the Southeastern area over the years. Bob has been the champion in the past. He's always been a big fan favorite in the area, and you can see why, because Mr. Perpetual Motion. Bob is always in gear, and it's always high gear.
Look here, the Hulk grabbed the referee, threw him into Armstrong because Armstrong had the best of him right there.
Well, we thought he had things his own way at this point. You've seen using the elbows across the back of the neck there as he throws Armstrong over and out of the ring. Now, normally that would have been a disqualification, but the referee was unable to save the Hulk's hide. And watch here as Armstrong moves right back in, hooks him, and rolls him up. And Bob Armstrong becomes the new Southeastern Heavyweight Champion with a cradle and a body press over Sterling, the Wrestling Hulk Hogan. So we have a new Southeastern Champion. You see on the film there how happy Bob is as he holds that belt high in the air, kisses and parades around the college.
Tuesday night right there in the Louisville Gardens in Louisville, Kentucky. By golly, I'll tell you what, last week there was some slam-bang six-man, but this coming week, Tuesday night, no disqualification, no time limit.
We love it. We love it. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever seen... No, that's a silly question. I was going to say, have you ever seen a grown man cry? But I know you do when you look in the mirror. But last week, brother, to see Jerry Jarrett, who's supposed to be the big shot promoter around the country, sniveling, laying on that mat, crying like a baby, with Jimmy Hart pounding his brains out, and me stomping him, and he was actually had big alligator tears running down his face, begging that referee to stop the match. Now, is that something? Now, naturally, Jerry Jarrett, he's the big shot. He's the boss man. So the referee said, ring that bell. That's the only way you got out of that match with your skin, Jarrett. And let me tell you something, Lucas and Dundee, that jerk has made the mistake of his life, and he's going to cost you jerks your careers because he has put your name on the contract with no disqualification. Ain't going to stop it this week. You're going to see 3 men cry. It's going to be those clowns.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they want no disqualification.
Ah! Woo! They believe! Why can't you be true, mama? Woo! Listen, it's gonna be a no DQ match. And I'm not talking about Dairy Queen, mama. I'm talking about no disqualification. Woo! Come on in, brother. Get your feet wet one more time. You can stand it. Woo! Cry! Big Jimmy! Cry!
Handsome Jimmy. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
That was, he used his fist. The referee says, open him up, open him up. Nothing illegal. That was, he used his fist. The referee says, open him up, open him up. Oh, and Ellering back with a right of his own. Shoots an elbow. Whip. Backdrop. Whoa! He rattled off that floor. A drag on Lawler. Drop kick. From those ears, Lawler goes over the shoulder, and Ellering covers him one. Got about 1.5 out of it, and Lawler kicked him off. Remember, the World Heavyweight title is at stake. the rope. Sails down 1, 2, and he got him 3. Jerry Lawler. In 11 minutes and 52 seconds, comes out victorious over Paul Ellering. And he retains the world title.
Alright, welcome to the second part of Wrestling 80. So far we've had some tremendous matchups. I'm going to go ahead and get some more cards done as we start watching some of this All Japan footage that was filmed on January 8th, 1980 in Miyagi here. In this contest here, Bruiser Brody and Angelo Mosca are facing Rocky Hata and Tiger Taguchi. Alrighty here, so January 17th, 1980, Hyogo, Japan. Mitsuo Momota defeated Shiro Hashinaka in 1503 with the Boston Crab. Mr. Hayashi defeated Masanubu Fuchi in 1620. Masao Ito defeated Atsushi Onita 1350. Matoshi Okuma defeated Muniarbi Higo in 1552. The Great Kojika defeated Jiri Novak in 1325. Angelo Mosca defeated Rocky Hata in 945. Shishi Giant Bubba and Genichiro Tenryu defeated Bruiser Brody and Dutch Mantel. And in a 2 out of 3 falls match, Jumbo Tsuruta and Tiger Taguchi defeated Bill Irwin and Billy Robinson. On January 17th, 1980 in Mexico City, Mexico, Tiger Jeet Singh defeated El Connect to win the UWA World Heavyweight title there. January 17th, 1980, Calgary, Alberta for the Stampede Territory. North American champion Mr. Segigawa fought in no contest with Keith Hart. Bobby Bass and the Cuban Assassin defeated Leo Burke and Hubert Gallant by disqualification. Len Denton defeated Hiroshi Yagi. Bret Hart defeated Tom Stanton. Jan Key defeated Joe Ventura by disqualification. And Andre Zazuda defeated Eric Embry. Norfolk, Virginia, January 17, 1980 for the Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Raider Crippler Stevens and Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Jim Brunzell and Nature Boy Ric Flair. Greenville, Mississippi for Gulf Coast on January 17, 1980. Iron Mike Sharp, who you might remember from the WWF days. Here he's going to have a fantastic week as he's going to win the Missouri title from Mike George. January 17th, 1980, Jacksonville, Florida. Hector Guerrero fought a draw with Ron Slinker. Bubba Douglas beat Mike Miller. Jack Briscoe defeated Nikolai Volkov. The Super Destroyer defeated Jerry Briscoe. Don Diamond and Manny Fernandez defeated Stanley Lane and Brian St. John. Mike Graham defeated Bugsy McGraw. Dusty Rhodes defeated Bad Leroy Brown. January 17, 1980, Worcester, Massachusetts for the WWF. Hussein Arab, the later Iron Sheik, fought a draw with Rene Goulet. Hulk Hogan defeated Tito Santana, which we saw Hogan earlier in the broadcast at the beginning there, getting legitimately pinned by Bullet Bob Armstrong. Fonseca defeated Mike Masters and Larry Zbyszko. Bobby Duncombe defeated Dominic DeNucci, and World Wrestling Federation champion Bob Backlund defeated Swede Hansen. Couple cards from January 18, 1980 in Ishihara, Japan. Tsuji Kai defeated Hiroyuki Saito. Kuniaki Kobayashi defeated George Takano. Makoto Arakawa fought a draw with Haruka Eigen. Skip Young defeated Junji Hirata. William Ruska defeated Osamu Kido. Stan Hansen defeated Riki Choshu. Shushi Kai won a 9-man battle royal, last pinning Hiroyuki Saito. In a 2 out of 3 falls match, the Dynamite Kid and Steve Kern defeated Tatsumi Fujinami and Kantoro Hoshino. Kengo Kimura, Strong Kobayashi, and Seiji Sakaguchi defeated Bad News Alan Koji, Mr. Saito, and Rocky Johnson. January 18, 1980, Shizuoka, Japan for the All Japan Federation. Masanobu Fuchi defeated Shiro Hashinaka in 1333. Mr. Aishi and Muniorgi Higo defeated Atsushi Onita and Mitsuo Momoto 1607. Motoshi Okuma defeated Masao Ito 1448. Shiro Kashinoko won an 8-man battle royal, last pinning Atsushi Onita. Rocky Hata defeated Juri Novak in 1124. Shusha Giant Baba defeated Angelo Mosca by disqualification in 550. Bruiser Brody fought a double count out with Tiger Taguchi in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 out of 3 falls match, Jumbo Tsuruta and Genichiro Tenryu defeated Bill Irwin and Billy Robinson. And I'll continue reading results in the next All Japan matchup I show here, but let's go ahead and enjoy the ending to this one.
頑張ります。80年のタイガー戸口、俺の変わったところを十分に見てもらいたいというふうに変わっておりますけれども、今日はしかしダブルキングコングチームのペースに惑わされまして、自分のいいところが見られません。さあ、このキングコングブルーザーブロディがタイガー戸口を出てまいりました。そしてお客様の椅子の上におっぽり投げます。そして青い手中へ持ってきました。さあ、もう何しろ手当たり次第に目の前にありますものを、掴んで相手の攻撃目標にしたいというブルーザーブロディ。さあ、タイガー戸口の反撃、タイガー戸口が反撃。放送席はもうめちゃめちゃに壊れました。さあ、大変な一戦を迎えております。アンジェル・モスカとロッキー・ハタは椅子で殴り合い。さあ、今度はどちらの選手をご覧いただきましょうか。おっと、これはブルーザーブロディとタイガー戸口。椅子での攻撃です。椅子でめった打ち、大変だ。椅子でめった打ち、そしてストンピング、ストンピング、ストンピング、パックリ切れております。下に磨きましてストンピングを打ちます。さあ、大変な一戦になりました。さあ、おっと、和田修平レフェリーが今どうやら本部席の原郡司アナウンサーに指示を出しまして、どんどん進めませというような指示を出しました。和田修平レフェリーであります。さあ、しかしなかなか勝負をやめません。ダブルキングコングチーム、すごい暴れっぷり。たまらない。椅子でボディ、溝打ちのあたりを突き刺しました。さらに流血がひどくなりました。タイガー戸口であります。さあ、ブルーザーブロディとアンジェル・モスカは自分のコーナーに今戻りましたけれども、どうやら公式な判定は両者リングアウトというふうに出たようですね。リングアウトですね。そうですね。両者リングアウトというような公式などうやら判定が。ベッドを横断いたしましても、サーキットに参りましても、どこのタッチでも大変な人気でありますビル・ロビンソン、ただいま登場。後ろにはダッチマンテルが控えています。さあ、そして反対側のコーナーからはジャイアントのバックアップの入場でございます。ご存知のようにインターナショナルカング選手権者チーム、お正月に初防衛に成功したばかりであります。しかし、ただいまご覧いただきましたように、ブロディ・モスカ組の嵐のような攻撃に非常に手を焼きながら防衛に成功いたしました。ジャイアント馬場チャンピオンするためにチャンピオンチームの選手権試合には負けないというしたたかさを十分に発揮しております。しかし今年も非常に今後苦しい防衛戦が控えています。馬場鶴田組です。
Alrighty, here in this footage here, you're going to see Shushi Giant Baba and Jumbo Tsuruta taking on Billy Robinson and Dutch Mantel. And again, this is from Miyagi, Japan on January 8th, 1980 footage. So let me go ahead and finish up the 18th of January here. So Shreveport, Louisiana for the Mid-South. Ernie Ladd defeated Iron Mike Sharp. Texas Tornado match, Junkyard Dog and Buck Robley defeated Terry Gordy and Michael Hayes. Texas Death match, Ted DiBiase, the future $1 Million Man, defeated Ox Baker. Bo Ramos defeated Chris Curtis. Mike Blood defeated Sonny Driver. Mike Bauer defeated Steve Hall. January 18, 1970, Shreveport, Louisiana from Mid-South. Well, Ernie Ladd took back the Louisiana title from Iron Mike Sharp. January 18th, 1980, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma from Mid-South. Dick Murdoch fought a double disqualification. Oops, I didn't write down who he had it with. Well, sorry. Jerry Lawler and Siegfried Stanke defeated Brian Blair and Herb Calvert. Don Bass defeated Don Factor. Bruce Reed defeated Ron Starr. Tommy Gilbert defeated Ken Wayne. January 18th, 1980, Houston, Texas. Superstar Billy Graham defeated Mark Lewin. Jose Lothario defeated Mr. Sakurita. Tiger Conway Jr. fought a draw with Mr. Hito. Jonathan Boyd defeated Nick Kozak, which we saw in part 1 of Wrestling 80. We watched that match. Kerry Von Erich defeated Killer Tim Brooks. Les Thornton fought a draw with Rick Oliver. January 18th, 1980, Charleston, South Carolina. Larry Dargan defeated Dave Patterson. Rick McGraw defeated Tony Russo. Pedro Morales and Johnny Weaver defeated Scorpion and Doug Summers. Dewey Robinson defeated S.D. Jones. And in a loser leave town street fight, Blackjack Mulligan defeated Big John Studd. January 18th, 1980, Lakeland, Florida. Gordon Nelson defeated Braun Slinker. El Garon Serrano, who must have been Don Serrano under a mask, fought a draw with Luis Astia. Hector Guerrero defeated Black Eagles. Jack and Jerry Briscoe defeated Stan Lane and Brian St. John. Nikolai Volkov defeated Mike Miller. Manny Fernandez, Mike Graham, and Dusty Rhodes defeated Bad Leroy Brown, Bugsy McGraw, and the Super Destroyer. And in a hair versus hair match, Sir Oliver Humperdinck defeated Bubba Douglas. January 18th, 1980, Albany, New York for WWF. Johnny Rodz defeated Mike Masters. Dave Darrow defeated Fred Marzino. Hussein Arab fought a draw with Larry Zbyszko. Jim Duggan defeated Jose Estrada. And Intercontinental Champion Pat Patterson defeated Bobby Duncombe by countout. And we're going to finish off January 18th, 1980, Landover, Maryland, also for the WWF. Davey O'Hannon defeated Johnny Rivera. Rene Goulet defeated Baron Mikel Scaluna. Bulldog Broward defeated Joe Mascaro. Afonseca defeated Dominic DiNucci and Tito Santana. Hulk Hogan defeated Gorilla Monsoon with a leg drop. Tony Atlas defeated Sweet Hansen. And WWF Champion Bob Backlund defeated Ken Patera by countout. January 19, 1980, Nagasaki, Japan for New Japan. Shishikai defeated Hiroyuki Saito. Skip Young defeated George Takano. Kengo Kimura defeated Kuniaki Kobayashi. Rocky Johnson defeated Junji Harada. Kantoro Hoshino and William Ruska defeated Makoro Arakawa and Strong Kobayashi. Steve Kern defeated Haruka Eigen. Seiji Sakaguchi defeated Bad News Allen by disqualification. 2 out of 3 falls match. Dynamite Kid, Stan Hansen, and Mr. Saito defeated Riki Choshu, Tatsumi Fujinami, and Osuma Kudo. Shiga Japan on January 19, 1980 for All Japan. Atsushi Onita defeated Shiro Kashinaka in 11-14. Masao Ito defeated Masanobu Fuchi 15-12 with the Boston Crab. The Great Kojika defeated Musunori Higo in 16-30 with an abdominal stretch. Mitsuo Momota defeated Mr. Hayashi by disqualification 9-58. Motoshi Okuma defeated Dutch Mantel 8-30 in a Boston Crab. And we'll be getting to the final of this match as he's wrestling here soon. Tiger Taguchi fought a double count out. Angelo Mosca 12-38. Bruiser Brody defeated Rocky Hata in 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And in the main event, 2 out of 3 falls. Shushin John Baba, Jumbo Tsushirita, and Genichiro Chenru defeated Bill Irwin, Jerry Novak, and Billy Robinson in this match. So let's go ahead and see the rest of the match.
プレスさんはよく知っております。さあビル・ロビンソンとの一騎打ち、かつてはもうシングルマッチで何度も戦いました相手同士、相手の裏の裏まで知り尽くしております。頭を打ちに行きました。おっと指が45度に曲がりました。だんだん色が変わってまいります。世界のジャイアント馬場、左の腕を捉えられました。前ちょっと打つことができません。世界のジャイアント馬場です。バックを取られました。この馬場選手もビル・ロビンソンのいわゆるレスリングへの集中心というんでしょうか、熱心さというんでしょうか、そういったものには非常に頭を下げております。若手の選手あたりにも、ビル・ロビンソンのように強くなっても練習をやれというふうに葉っぱをかけてますね。
これはいい教訓ですね。
教訓ですね。この体の移動独特です。得意のリズムを取ります。そしてエルボースマッシュ、ダブルチョップ、エルボースマッシュ、この連携プレー素晴らしい。ボクシングでいうジャブみたいなものをこのビル・ロビンソンがよく使いますでしょ。
そう、非常に至近距離からパッパと決めるんですね。
そうなんですね。セコンドによりますダッチ・マンテルがファイトビリーというふうに声をかけました。ここで音体のジャイアント馬場からジャンボ鶴田につながれました。手4つの体勢、さあ体を入れ替えます。実にこのプロレスの芸術を見ているような本当に技のキレ、素晴らしいものがありますビル・ロビンソン。ダッチ・マンテルがここで登場。どちらかと言いますとヘビー級よりもジュニアヘビーの選手といった方がよろしいですね。
そうですね、
はい、
あと10キロあったらですね、この選手もっと大成するでしょうね。
そうですね。現在105キロのウエイトでありますダッチ・マンテルです。ジャンボ鶴田との一騎打ちなんですが、ジャンボ鶴田といわゆる接近いたしますと体の大きさが違います。ここで再びビル・ロビンソンに渡しました。エルボースマッシュ通します。相手を倒したところでいいところでダッチ・マンテルに渡します。ダッチ・マンテルがピンフォールの体勢、ジャンボ鶴田が返しました。そしてバックを取ります。何を持っていくか、トリックドロップ前に取りました。膝にがっちりと腰骨のあたりを打ちつけました。そしてエルボードロップを一発打っておいてピンフォールの体勢、しかしすかさず返します。今年のジャンボ鶴田を竹内さんはどういうふうにご覧になりますか。
まあですね、去年は割とジャンボにとっては試練の1年だったと思うんですね。はい、そういう面で今年はですね、春のチャンピオンカーニバルを大きなステップ台にしてですね、ぜひともその夏から秋にかけて NWA の挑戦するダッシュですね、大きな目標にしてほしいですね。
プロレス大賞も一つも候補にもならなかったですからね。こ
れはやっぱりジャンボ自身にとっても大きなショックだったと思いますね。
本当ですね。ビル・ロビンソンとの一騎打ちを迎えました。いいポジションを取りますジャンボ鶴田です。前半の目標ターゲットを絞るとしたら、チャンピオンカーニバル、去年は決勝まで進出して惜しくも優勝のいい当たりを見せましたジャンボ鶴田です。泣き起こしてエルボースマッシュ、しかし今度は反対。おっと人間風車の元祖が見せたダブルアームスープレックス。どうですか今の切れ味は。
ちょっと動きの円が小さかったような気がしますね。
そうですか。ちょっと右サイドに崩れ落ちたというような感じがしますね。
そうですね。
はい、完全ではありません。ショルダーネックブリーカードラップ。さあダッチ・マンテルが飛んでいく。空中殺法ニーパットを見せました。フライングニーパット、自滅。ジャンボ鶴田の非常にいいタイミング、よく見ておりました。さあここで勝負に勝つためには体の小さい小兵ダッチ・マンテルを捉えなくてはなりません。ジャンボ鶴田の動き、さあボストンクラブで持っていく、ボストンクラブへ持っていたジャイアント馬場がここで飛び出す。さあギブアップかギブアップだ。どうやらギブアップ。最後のとどめになりましたのはボストンクラブです。ボストンクラブで決めましたジャンボ鶴田。ウェイトの狩りダッチ・マンテルを見事に捉えまして、背骨のあたりからグイグイ締め付けました。たまらずダッチ・マンテルはギブアップ。
Is there something about equal time? Can I have some equal time, please?
I don't know what you need equal time for, Paul.
Well,
Sure, come on in.
Frankly, I resent the implications that I'm not an athlete. I feel that I'm a great athlete, and I did lose to Jerry Lawler, and I'm not ashamed of it because he is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and I've wrestled Bockwinkel, I've wrestled the Funks, I've wrestled Backlund, and I think Lawler's probably the greatest of them all. So I'm not ashamed that I did lose to him. And I don't think, frankly, that Jerry Jarrett, I don't believe you can beat Lawler. And I know, Lance, that you can't beat Lawler. And I resent the fact that you're implying that I'm a punk wrestler. And that's all I got.
No, Paul.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to me again, and I want to apologize in a way for being down on the last visits we've had, mentally and physically down. But I'm telling you, there's an old saying that goes, what you can't change, accept. But this situation, there is nothing about it that I can't change. I feel good now. I thought this cast would have been off earlier, but unfortunately, it had to stay on a few days longer. But it will be off in the next couple of days, and then I can get back to training. I'm out already. I'm doing my road work, walking and taking the dogs out. But mentally I am right. Mentally, I've got a goal. I can see a light at the end of a dark passage. And the more I get my mind determined on that light, the light gets bigger and the dark passage gets shorter. And it's going to get shorter and shorter until very soon I'm going to break out into the daylight. And when I break out into the daylight, ladies and gentlemen, when I get out there, and when I am physically capable, which will be very shortly, when I am mentally alert to everything that's going on around me, and I am ready, it's going to be a different Billy Robinson you've seen. I came down to your area with wrestling in my mind. Wrestling is my life. I've been wrestling since I was this big. I've been wrestling the idea of technique, of suplexes, of saltos, of hip locks and hypes and hanks and double wrist locks has been mainly my goal, to be the perfect technical wrestler. But I've learned a lesson this time, and it's the last time I'm going to have to learn this lesson, that some people who are just bullies, overside oafs that get into the ring, that go out just to cripple you, not to beat you in wrestling, not to beat you in a sport, but just to get themselves satisfied and put you out of their hair permanently. Well, they tried, the assassins, they tried to put me out of their hair permanently, but they made a mistake. They didn't quite get the job done. And I'm going to, when I come back, assassins, I am going to show you what it's like to face a man with hatred, with fire, with determination, with a killer instinct, and a man who is not going to abide by the rules. I want to show you a Billy Robinson that you have never seen before, and I can't wait to get at you.
And Hart popped by Rick Morton. Hart was going to be Superman to the rescue, and Lawler over saying, "What are you crazy, man? Stay out of there." Rick Morton really nailed Hart. Tag on Morton, and he takes over the arm of Handsome Jimmy. Morton thrown into the corner, his shoulder hurt. Morton the lighter of them. And of course he's the one they like to throw around. Lawler really tunned Morton. Picks him up. Caught him with a foot. Really splattered him. There's a tag on Hart. He says, "You want him now? Go in there and kill him." That's what Lawler said, and Hart going after him. Pounded away. Handsome Jimmy holding him from behind. Here comes Regal, Big Red from the other side. Hart choking Rick Martin. Lawler standing right by in case there's trouble. Hart scoots out and Lawler is in there. Morton needs a tag. Oh, yeah. Big elbow again from Lawler on Morton. Again. Pounds him. And misses. Tag on Handsome Jimmy, though. Body slam. Jimmy. Morton goes into the corner. Valiant really throwing him around the ring. Game boy, I'll tell you this Morton is. Lawler puts him down. He's back in. Lawler with a hair rips Morton. Regal trying to battle his way in. Referee says stay out. Lawler with a pile driver. That should put Morton out of action. Here comes Handsome Jimmy right on top of him, but Morton's leg is on the rope. Jimmy gets up. He pulls Morton with him. Backbreaker. Oh. For Rick Morton. Tag on Lawler. 20 minutes past, 40 minutes to wrestle. 20 minutes past, 40 minutes to wrestle. Morton firing away on Lawler. And Valiant. Hart from behind, and Morton puts him down. But Lawler, I couldn't see it because of Hart and Valiant, but Lawler must have nailed him.